It's the nation's favourite antiques experts.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
This is the ejector button.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
Where's my yellow submarine?
The aim to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners and valiant losers.
It's cheap firewood.
Will it be the high road to glory
We look really cool in this.
or the slow road to disaster?
Oh, don't know when I'm driving.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah.
There's nothing quite like a leisurely cruise around the northwest of England.
Here we go.
With our two chums, the ever-optimistic and dapper Mark Hill and the effervescent Rue Irving.
Oh, look. Highland cattle. Highland coos.
Lovely.
Cows.
Coos. And they're all called Angus.
That gets a bit confusing though, doesn't it? Hey, Angus.
Clearly, driving about in their iconic, solid as a rock, 1991 Volvo 240 GLT has gone to their heads. They've even given it a name.
Has Betsy got a good horn?
She's got a great horn. Yeah. Low and muted, sort of part.
Yeah, a polite. Hello, could you just move over to the left?
Good job too. We don't want to startle the coos. It's the third leg of their best of five battle. Last time Rue hedged her bets.
When you go into an antique shop, it's almost like detective work.
And after a long search,
There's enough here to make your mind boggle.
Mark made a discovery.
Oh, yes. 15, 18.
In the sale room,
18 bids.
there were big highs and lows. But in the end, there could only be one winner.
£55. 4396.
Bravo.
All of which means Rue has a 2-0 lead. Something to toot about. With a brand new £200 in their kitty, Mark must shop smart if he's to outwit his rival.
Big shops freak me out.
It's like, oh, suddenly you are an ant in a world of antiques.
The one thing I do is turn left as soon as you walk in.
Really?
Because apparently most people, especially when they go to a fair, turn right.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. See, I bet you do it too.
So that's your tactic. Thus far, their scenic shopping has taken them through the delights of Yorkshire, continued through Cumbria and Lancashire, before forging northwards into Scotland to roost in Abernight. Our giddy bestie's shopping comes to a halt in Ingleton, but it kicks off in the Lake District in Kendal. Famed for its mint cake, Kendal was also home to author John Cunliffe, creator of the beloved children's character Postman Pat and his black and white cat, of course. Having parked up their toot-toot, Mark and Rue begin their rummage for treasures at the Antiques Emporium.
So I'm going left.
Right, so I'm going right?
Right.
Right.
Glad that's cleared up. Inside is a plethora of antiques, collectibles and objets d'art, with owner Chris on hand when deals are a-wanting.
Gardening equipment, that is definitely not my thing.
Now that brings back memories. I spent some of my childhood around these things, both this size and life size. For over 30 years, my father was chief engineer for Team Tyrrell, a Formula One team. And this is a Tyrrell car. He's travelled all over the world for over 30 years doing all the Grand Prix. And he worked with Jackie Stewart, of course, a hugely notable name, who would have perhaps driven a car very much like this. Happy memories.
Bravo, Papa Hill. Motors on your mind too, eh, Rue?
I never buy ceramics. I don't do pottery, porcelain, teapots. But this is very iconic. And what I'm thinking is Sadler's.
Founded in 1882, Sadler's became well known for their range of Art Deco teapots.
What was really trendy and iconic was our Art Deco range of teapots. How do you know if it's authentic? Well, let's have a look. It's made in England, registration number 820236, which I have seen on other Sadler teapots, and it's got a fair amount of crazing, those little mosaic type cracks you get on a glaze, but it is a good sign of age. And there's good wear on the silver, meaning it probably has decades of being handled and probably used as well.
£75 on the TT ticket.
I'll have a think, but that's a strong contender.
Not quite in the home straight yet, then. Now, what was that rule again, Mark, about turning right or left? Ah, found something on the floor.
It's only a small thing. It's just a rough shorn plank. And it's very much with these legs here in the style of a Japanese-American designer called George Nakashima, who worked in the post-war period. And he made these enormous great tables, huge things. This isn't George Nakashima, but it's just got that vibe, that sort of 50s, 60s, 70s vibe. And what I like are these holes in here as well, and the sort of little cracks running through here.
£32 for the holy cracked table.
Much as I like it, it's not Nakashima, but it's a definite maybe.
Another strong contender. Kindly remember, Mark and Rue, the idea is to buy something, not just browse.
Mark!
What is she doing now?
Oh, Mark!
The voice from above.
Where are
Oh
you?
my goodness, goodness gracious.
Steady on, Rue.
How are you?
Thank goodness for that. I had your well-being at heart.
Oh, you're so kind. Just testing out the kimonos, that's all.
How are you getting on?
Good. There's a lot of treasures here, isn't there?
There are indeed. I mean, I'm kind of feeling at a crossroad.
I know which way you should go. Out that front door and leave it all to me.
Very dare you. Get behind that screen, you. I'm going this way.
Let the battle begin.
Can we get back to the job of antiques, please?
Oh, that's got some weight to it. This is Middle Eastern, I would say, as opposed to Oriental. Hand-blown case glass in that delicious red ruby colour. I would say this is definitely 20th century, say mid-20th century. What I love about it is the shape, this bulbous shape, and just the combination of that crisp red fluid glass with that cold metal. The quality is top-notch.
Ticket price is £49.
I'm going to go grab my race car and head to the till.
Rallying for a deal, no doubt. Steal yourself, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hello there.
Look what I found. So this is really sweet, actually. It's got £75 on it. And then this lovely glass Middle Eastern vase.
Yes,
You put
yeah.
49 on.
Yeah.
I do like them both, but it's down to price. Could that be sort of 55?
65.
65.
Bottom line.
Now, could this be 35?
40.
40. So it'd be 40 and 65. Okay, it's a deal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go on, I'll hold the teapot.
That's £105 for the two.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
do you a swap, and thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Bye.
And you.
Leaving Rue with just £95 in the kitty. What say you, Mr. Hill?
These are the sounds of a happy mark.
That's what we like to hear.
And out she comes. Now this is brilliant to my eyes. So it says on here unsigned Medina glass vase, and it's certainly true that Medina, a company on Malta, didn't sign some of their glass. However, we have to go slightly more north, I think, from this magical Mediterranean island of Malta into communist Czechoslovakia. What we're looking at is a vase and a design known as the Spider's Web by a female designer called Irina Zertova, and it dates from the mid to late 1960s. So it is a bit scratched, and you can see these scratches just running along there, but it is £35. And I'm a sucker for a good bit of mid-century modern Czechoslovakian design. I think that's a really rather marvellous thing, and I'm not putting it down.
Off you go to Chris then.
Hello.
Hello, Mark. Oh, looks like you're doing okay.
I am indeed. You've got this glass vase, you've got 35 on it,
Right.
and then we've got this table, this fabulous bit of wood here, 32.
Right.
If I were to buy the two together, what is your absolute best price?
I think together we could probably do a straight 60.
£60 we have a deal.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's an even split of 30 for the vase and 30 for the little table.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
I'm pleased with them, and hopefully they'll do well for me at auction.
I hope so.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Leaving Mark with £140 to spend. Back on the road, our antique dealer's thoughts stray to the past. An occupational hazard, I suppose.
Is there a period of time that you'd much prefer to live in?
I really want to go back. Ancient Egypt.
Oh my goodness. Cradle of civilization, one may say.
What a decadent time to live.
So where do you see yourself in ancient Egypt? There'd be plenty of cats, so you'll be happy for a start.
Because everyone wants to be Cleopatra, don't
But of course you do, Rue.
How far back would you go?
Georgian, without a doubt.
Oh, I can see that.
Best clothing ever.
You are paying homage to the Georgian era because of your sense of style and elegance.
Bless you. Imagine those amazing parties, glittering Georgian cut glass chandeliers.
What would your occupation be, though?
Oh, sorry, occupation. I'd have been a dilettante. I'd have been one of those people who sort of owned things like pocket globes and lived in a fabulous country house. Occupation?
Heavens forbid. Our awesome twosome are heading south, dropping Rue off in the famous resort of Morecambe. A blustery day at the seaside, eh? Our girl just has time for a brief nod to the town's most beloved legend, Eric Morecambe, before being blown into the Bayside Emporium, where an eclectic display of all manner of antiquities are bound to amuse and intrigue the intellect of any sophisticated shopper.
Ready for you, Mark. What you got?
Or perhaps not.
Oh. I don't usually look at fenders because I don't do fenders. They're quite old-fashioned and they go round your fireplace, but you have to be specific. If you're going to buy one, you need the right dimensions. And often the ones you see are brass, you need to polish them. They're very high maintenance. But this, it doesn't shout out, it sings very quietly. It's just a lovely thing. Solid wood, and it looks to be arts and crafts. So late 1800s, 1880s to 1920. And the arts and crafts movement completely rebelled against machinery and factory production. They said, no, these are our tools, our hands. What I like about it is it looks to be extendable. That's where the wood goes in and out to make it shorter or longer. But there's no price on it. Mark would not be expecting a fender at the auction, and neither would I. But I go by money.
Never a spender on a fender, eh, Rue? Speaking of big spenders, Mark's galloping on towards Lancaster.
I am really going to have to up my game. I need to spot those treasures, crack open those treasure chests, and really search out and find those profits in order just to keep in the game.
Feeling the pressure, eh, Mark? Never worry, a trip to GP Antique Centre is sure to be the ticket. More than 100 dealers stock and stack in this labyrinthine space, with enough ceramics to keep even Mark happy.
Brown pots. I can't get enough of them. And the reason why I'm turning them over and looking at the bottom is to see whether there are any marks, and you often find them on the bottom rim or sometimes the bottom of the pot, to see who made it and to see whether it's by a name that's sought after. This could take me some time.
Yes, he's in pot heaven here. Right, how's Rue doing at Seaside? Set her sights on anything yet?
Oh, I love a good rummage. At auctions, people walk by suitcases full of stuff. But me, I love them. These look like little Victorian postcards. Dear Lily, just a postcard to wish you many happy returns on the day of your birthday. And may you live to see many more yet. Good night and God bless you. Love from Auntie Emily. It's so sweet. See, what the Victorians did really well was ephemera. Things for short-term use like postcards and scraps. This is a rummager's paradise.
And not just for ephemera. Cast iron, bronze, copper, wood, metal. Oh, look, a little bit of colour, just the thing.
Ooh, I love hat boxes. Christie's London Hats. And Christie's actually have been making hats since 1773 but I would say these are probably 1950s. Totally empty. That the boxes have now become a decorative piece. It doesn't matter if you've got any hats. They just add a level of old world glamour.
And a glamorous ticket price of £40 a piece.
But the condition isn't great, sadly, and that will affect the value. You can buy traditional, but sometimes a girl needs a couple of red hat boxes. I'll see what I can do on them.
Red hot boxes at that price. Owner Lee, watch out.
Hello, Lee. How are you?
Hi, Roo.
Now, I found a couple of these vibrant hat boxes, which I'm quite partial to. So you got £40 on them. Is that for one, or I assume maybe the pair?
Cheeky.
I'm afraid it's £40 each. I'll do you buy one, get one free.
A bog off?
Yeah.
I love a bog off. That's so kind of you, thank you. And I also spotted this wooden fender, the Arts and Crafts fender. Now, I didn't see a price on it.
I can do 30.
30.
Do 30.
Okay, so 40 for the two hat boxes and 30 for the fender. If I took both, could it be 65?
I can't do any better than that.
No,
£70. I'll do 70.
You're very fair. 70 is
right.
wonderful. Thank
Lovely.
you.
Even with Lee's generous bog-off, Rue's latest spend has reduced her budget to £25.
Now, I will take these and I will send Jeeves to bring the fender.
Okay,
Thank you, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bog off to that, eh? And hats off to that deal, Rue. Well done. Back with Mooching Mark. Hang on, is that a bull on the roof? Mark's finally left the ceramic shelves and has entered Lordy glassware. We may never see him again.
Vases, bowls, jugs, glasses. Hello, handsome.
Hang on, that's not glass.
Now, I rather like this. I am a sucker for complex glazes, but what really, really makes it for me are these wonderful little sort of, dare I say, face-like, quite a scary face, bosses here, 4 of them, around the body of the piece. The form is lovely, the glaze is lovely, it's marked Austria, it's probably related somewhere to the Vienna Secession.
In 1897, a group of artists, designers and architects removed themselves from the traditional art movement in Vienna, seeking new modes of expression.
And the group and the movement became known as the Vienna Secession. It's not marked with a maker's name. I mean, it could be a company like Amphora. And you know what? I haven't seen one before. The price is £38, but I've fallen in love already. It's coming with me.
Mark's champing at the bit to gee up owner Jimmy.
Nice hat.
But he'll have to find him first.
Jimmy, there you are. It took me forever to find you. My goodness, this place is huge.
It is, Mark. Yeah, how are you doing? How have you managed to get on?
And I found one thing within it that I just love. The only thing that we need to work out is whether I love the price. Now, it's got £38 on it.
Okay.
What's your very best?
Do you know what? I'm going to do it at £25 for you, Mark.
£25. In that case, we have a deal, sir.
With a third off the ticket price, Mark's now left with £115 for the road. That's Vase-tastic!
It's okay, there you go.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Time to catch up with your chum, whose competitive spirit is kicking in.
What sport would you be a legend in?
I tell you what I'd like to do. Fencing.
Oh!
The uniforms look great, and there's a sense of sort of style and pose and elegance. And practical too, just in case someone attacks you with a sword.
Like a good scout, always prepared.
So how about you?
Hula hooping.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
just spinning them all around your neck, your arms, your waist, your hips. I would just hula hoop my way through life.
Or at least to the end of the day. Nighty-night. Next morning, and the mood is philosophical.
Time is flying. Time is going way too fast. I want to hit a pause button.
Yeah, but time always flies when you're having fun, and as ever, my dear, I'm always having fun with you.
Oh.
Oh, besties forever. Yesterday, Rue had a bumper shop,
How are you?
acquiring a race car teapot, a pair of hat boxes, a ruby glass vase, and a fire fender.
But I go by money.
leaving her with a mere £25 to shop with today. While Mark splashed a lot less cash on a little wooden table and 2 little vases,
Hello, Hanson.
leaving him with a wholesome £115 in the kitty. But it's all to play for. Their second day of shopping could be the game changer.
Do you believe that fate leads us to what we're meant to buy?
Totally, all the time, we find the items we're meant to.
In that case, pressure off.
You do still have to put in the work though, Roo. As they pass through Lancaster to their next shop, they stop off to hear a story about heroes, history and hope, one that resonates with Lancastrians. In 1924, the Westfield War Memorial Village was opened, a housing development created to support servicemen who'd returned from the battlefields of World War I with life-changing injuries. Mark is getting a tour of the village with historian Martin Purdy, which begins at the village centrepiece.
It really is quite unusual, because I think when you think of war memorials, you think of either very poignant war memorials or sort of something where you've got healthy young men fighting forward with guns posing. This, there's a sense of vulnerability.
But that's the ethos of the village captured right there. Somebody who's suffering a moment of weakness on their knees and someone able giving them water and sustenance.
There's an immense sense of hope as well.
I think that's a lovely word to use because that's what this village gave. You've come through the war that was meant to end all wars, terrible injuries, terrible mourning and loss. And here they could live in beautiful surroundings, back to nature, have a really attractive house, all at a peppercorn rent.
After 4 years of war, British casualties were huge, with an estimated 1.7 million wounded, including many Lancastrians. In recognition of their sacrifice, plans to create a commemorative village for some of the wounded and their families began. Designed by Thomas Mawson, a landscape architect whose son was killed on the Western Front, the land for the project was gifted by industrialist and philanthropist Herbert Lushington Story, including the former Westfield House, now a social club for today's village residents.
So this is the community room on the village. Some of the residents are here today.
Hi everyone, hello, hi.
Back in the 1920s and 30s, sport was to play a central role in village life.
These are some pictures that we have of the various sporting groups through the years. This is a football team. They were actually a very successful football team competing in the local league. This is a bowling team from the 1950s. And what you can't see from here, there's the odd sort of indication of, someone here with an eye patch on. But there's a man here, he had very severe spinal injuries. But you can't see that from the poise, and it gave them a chance to be seen as human beings rather than as a disabled person.
So it's giving self-respect back as much as activities and a sense of community.
Yeah, very much so.
Nowadays, sport remains an important tool in the armour of Lancastrian veterans' recovery. Stuart Robinson served in the RAF until 2013, when an explosion in Afghanistan led to life-changing injuries.
We put weights on here.
During a sports recovery programme, he discovered a talent for wheelchair rugby and went on to compete in the Paralympics. For the last 7 years, Stuart's been put through his paces by trainer Kev.
Do you feel sport has really helped your recovery?
I think massively. I think initially I used it as a great distraction from obviously becoming newly disabled, having the newly found injuries.
So do you have a favourite machine or a not so favourite machine?
It's probably going to be the skier, this machine that we've got here.
Okay.
And it sort of replicates the pushing and pulling of the wheelchair.
Stuart and Kev are working towards the Summer Paralympics Games in Paris.
So using the whole body.
Stuart tasted success in 2021 as part of the GB team who took home gold.
So how did you feel when you won, achieving that dream?
I knew that obviously this is the biggest game that not only myself but anybody from GB Rugby had ever played in, so we had to make the most of it, and then luckily enough we came away with a gold medal. It just feels so good when you're out there and the opportunity to play sport at the highest level is what people really dream of. So
we Okay, Stuart, if you want to start on 16, and I'll go down to sledge. This replicates hitting on a chair when you're playing wheelchair rugby. Okay, Stuart, 50%. Let's go. Oh, not too bad. So, Roo, do you want to give it a go?
Hey, not quite the gym workout you were expecting, eh, Roo?
Push towards Stuart and try and stop Stuart pushing you.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Ready?
go. Come on, push hard. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
God, Stuart,
And
you're
stop.
strong.
Good.
Oh, that was almost fun.
Stuart is now also an ambassador for the RAF Benevolent Fund, echoing the Lancastrian tradition of support for the armed forces. Testament to this is the Westfield War Memorial Village, whose ethos of care and support for disabled and injured veterans is as strong today as it was a century ago. Once more on the road, after changing from her gym wear and back to her bling wear.
How do you like my spectacles, Mr. Hill?
They've got a 50s vibe to them, actually.
Thank you.
Sexy specs.
Very nice indeed. Just one final stop today. Crossing into North Yorkshire to the village of Ingleton. Last chance for our dynamic duo to find some big hitters at Lord's Antiques and Salvage.
Do you think it's open? And it's the last shop of the day, so we begin to get cracking.
We have, hey, don't you be overtaken.
There are shelves upon shelves and cabinets packed to the gills. Rue is down to her last £25, but Mark is primed with a heavy-hitting £115.
Oh, can you imagine you had to empty this place? There's not enough boxes and bubble wrap in the world.
Don't worry. Dealer Richard looks like he knows where everything belongs.
I'm in glass heaven.
What, again?
And that looks like a paperweight, but it's actually a sculpture or a solifleur vase. So it's a vase for one object, but it is completely fascinating and typical of the Scandinavian modern glass movement. So this is Timo Sarpaneva's Orchidee vase, or orchid vase as it was called, and it was designed in 1954. It won a Grand Prix at the Milan Triennale, and it was also voted the most significant object of the year by House Beautiful magazine. So we're looking at a wonderful sculptural piece, but what really gets me is how it was made. So that when the glass was still hot and molten, the glassmaker would pick out a wet stick from a bucket of water and stab the glass. The heat of the glass would turn the water into steam and cause this random aperture to open up inside. So each and every one is a unique sculptural artwork.
Price on the ticket is £85.
And I'm not putting it down. It feels fabulous in the hand as well.
And you know what they say? Bird in the hand.
For a cat lover, I'm sold by this poodle.
I'm not convinced he'll take the auction by storm. I'd keep rootling, Roo. Surely there's something here, perhaps right in front of your nose.
I have to say, I'm loving this colour. Almost like volcanic colours just oozing from this glass. And it's got quite a weight to it. Handmade, so there is the ponto mark to show that it has been made. Studio glass, probably mid-century. And the thing is, I love glass. It doesn't have to be 200 years old for it still to have value and quality and beauty.
Keep spinning it like that, and even I'm under its spell.
It's almost like you can look into it and get completely lost. You're almost entering another world. But then I only have £25 left. Therein lies the problem.
Especially with £45 on the ticket. But it couldn't hurt to ask, could it?
Hello?
Hiya.
Hello, this place is an absolute maze. I'm surprised I found you now. I found this as well.
Nice piece.
I love it and I would love to buy it. But there is a slight problem. I only have £25 left, not a penny more, and it is priced up at £45. Now, I totally understand if it's not something you can do.
It's doable. No, it's fine. I
Really?
do know it. Yeah, no, it's fine.
You know the dealer would take
Yeah,
that?
yeah, she would.
£25?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Just as well, as that's the end of the cash.
Thank you.
Thank you. Super happy with
Thank
that.
you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good luck.
Now, the last man standing.
That's pretty. We all love good food. I know I certainly do, and a great meal at the end of a long day is just the best treat. And this would have been made for a fine diner. It's for holding napkins, and you would have clipped a napkin in between these two sort of tweezer parts here and then slid the collar down to secure it. And that would have meant that if you were eating soup or spaghetti bolognese or whatever it may be, it wouldn't spill down the front of your shirt. And of course it's done with the utmost style.
Ticket price is £48.
So these were popular from the Victorian period onwards, and often made out of silver. Some small silver items can be really, really popular at auction.
Hallmarks on the bottom should help with this.
So it's marked JD&S for James Dixon and Sons, and it's got a Sheffield hallmark. So I think I'm going to pop that on there and wander off.
While you're wandering, don't forget to pick up your vase, and then it's all down to a deal with Richard.
Hey, Richard.
How are you?
Fantastic, thank you.
Have a look what you've got there.
I have this vase, which is 85, and then I have this little napkin clip here, and that's got 48 on it.
Right, I can do 40 on that.
Okay.
I can do 75 on that. Is that okay? But,
it's all the money I've got.
£115.
Fantastic.
That's clean mark out of the last of his £200 budget. Super.
Do you know what? With these, I'm delighted.
Good luck.
Thank you so much
Thank you
indeed.
very much.
Take care.
Cheers, thanks.
All shopping now is concluded.
How'd you get on?
Oh, well, I've got a big red glass vase.
Spider-Man's vase. You nicked it from Spider-Man.
Oh, I can't unsee that.
Who needs Spider-Man when you've got your own Batmobile, eh?
I think tonight we need to chill with Betsy. How about a back of the boot picnic?
That sounds fabulous. Pop the boot open, some smoked salmon.
Yes. Bring your tails.
I will do. You'll bring the ball gown.
Oh, absolutely. Let's do this.
Well, actually, we could have a chandelier hanging from a tree.
What a disco ball.
Now you're talking. Count me in. Then some shut-eye. The day of reckoning has arrived.
Look how clear that water is. And I'm hoping as clear as the bidders' minds to bid, bid, bid.
Mind you, that swampy marsh is probably as swampy as my mind right now.
Stick with a clear view ahead.
Clear view.
After foraging for treasures across Lancashire, they've made a beeline back to Bourne for the third of their best-of-5 auction room battles. Golding, Young and Moore is the arena of the day, with eager bidders in the room, on the net and on the books too. Raising the gavel is Colin Young.
Come on, you know you want to. £42.
Rue blew her budget of £200 on 5 auction lots. Anything caught your eye, Colin?
The lot I have a little bit of passion for is the teapot, because it's motoring, motor racing, and so there's no better place to sell it than this building, because it is the former factory of BRM, where Graham Hill won the Formula One World Championship.
Well, that's an auspicious start. Mark also spent the full £200 on his 5 lots. Standouts, Colin?
I rather like the Austrian vase, just that sort of little hint of secessionism in there. It means that there'll be a number of buyers, those for Art Nouveau and those that like things just that little bit different.
Just what we like to hear. Right, action stations, please.
Are you getting a temperature?
I am, yes.
Goodness, you are burning up. Do I need to get some smelling salts for you?
Yes, please.
A nice Georgian scent bottle.
I can do that, double-ended.
No swooning. Not before the bidding. Not long to wait, Mark, with your little wooden table up first. Doesn't she polish up well?
It's just a lovely thing, and I think there's a great sort of get the look without spending the money. So if you can't afford the thousands, sometimes tens or hundreds of thousands of pounds on a piece of Nakashima, you could buy this.
You sold me.
£8 bid, 8 bid, 10 bid, 12 now
It's
then.
flying, it's
10
flying,
bid,
it's flying.
10,
It's moving,
12
it's
now,
moving.
let's see. 10 bid a bid, 10, 12 now then, 12 bid now, 12 bid, 15 now, 15 bid, 18
Okay,
now
so it's
then.
double where it
15
started.
bid a bid,
That
18
is
now,
going in the
sure.
right direction.
18 bid, £20 bid.
Come on.
20 bid, 22 bid. 22,
It's a slow
25,
burner,
25,
but up it
28 now
goes.
then. 40 bid, 42 bid,
Do you know what? Somebody sees what I saw.
45 bid, 48 bid. Come on, 50 is bid. At 55 comes in.
Oh.
55 bid. Once, twice, third and final time, then hammers up and...
Mother Nature delivers.
Well done. Trust in the tree.
Mother Nature and some eagle-eyed bidders.
Entirely unique.
Even
There's
55?
not another one like it.
Only one in the world.
Only one in the world.
Rue's first lot now, the superhero-esque glass vase.
I bought this for the colour, the shape, the weight, the form.
It's bold. It's definitely bold.
Exactly.
£30 bid, 30, looking for two now then, £30 bid.
A lot of bang for the buck.
Yeah.
35 bid, 38 bid, 40 bid, 42 bid, 45 now, 48 bid. Any more now then? Surely another one. Spidey senses are coming in. There's got to be another one. The last call then, hammers up then, selling at £48 and done.
Well done.
A tidy, Spidey profit. Good. More of that, please.
No provenance, no signature, but people bought the look.
They sure did.
Speaking of looks, Mark's up with his secessionist art pottery vase. Even auctioneer Colin gave it the thumbs up.
Love the detail on
I think
it.
this is a wonderful looking thing. It's just a good looker, right?
10, 12, 15, 15 bid, 15, 18, 18 bid.
Keep going, keep going.
20 bid, 2 bid, 5 bid, 25, 28.
Excellent.
30, 32 bid, 35 bid, 38 bid.
I'm doing this, you see, because I'm trying to influence it.
Once, twice, third and final time then, selling at £38 and done.
Another eye-catcher bringing in the profit. Following a pattern here.
That is a look.
Yeah,
that is
really lovely thing.
Well done.
Can Rue's race car teapot repeat the trick? Some bids online already.
OK, we'll start with the lowest of the bids that we have then. At £5 a bid, 5...
It's only the start.
12 bid, 15, 18, 20 bid at 22 bid, 5 now.
Come on, internet.
28 bid, 28 bid.
Oh, my dear,
That's
I'm
a
so sorry.
big loss.
Crashed and burned there. But what a bargain for a lucky bidder.
It didn't race away.
It didn't race away. Yeah.
Someone put a potato in the exhaust.
Stalled on the starting line.
You'll be hoping to race to the finish line with your next lot, Mark. The Timo Sarpaneva glass vase.
This won an award, this design, believe it or not. It's an internationally known design.
You're putting the fear into me now.
At 10 bid and 12 bid, 15,
It will creep.
18 now then, 20 now.
It's clawing its way out of a pit.
22 bid, 25 now then, 28 bid, 30 now then, 32 bid, 35, you're back, 38, 42, 45.
It's getting there.
48 bid, 50 surely, 50 bid.
Squeeze those bids out.
55 bid. Any more bids now then?
55.
55 bid. We sell, and it certainly is a finish at 55 pounds.
Ah, what a shame. Not even an award-winning design could squeeze more from the bidders.
Well,
That
that's
was one
a
of my
bargain.
favourite pieces of yours.
Lovely, lovely.
It was
thing.
beautiful.
Perhaps Rue's fire fender will set them alight. And there's bids on the book already.
12 bid. 15 now then?
Such a handsome thing.
15 bid. 18 bid.
Struggling to even get to 20.
Last call at £18 then. You've all seen it. You've all bid for it. 206.
Boo.
Well, that went up in flames.
And hand carved as well.
Hand carved.
Someone got a good one.
Fine dining, anyone? Then you'll need Mark's silver napkin clip.
Now, here's a little thing that you look at it and think, what on earth is that?
5 bid a bid, 5 bid, 6 bid, 7 bid, 8 bid, 8 bid, 10, 10 bid a bid, 10, 12 now, 15 bid.
It is moving, it's moving.
Beautiful.
18, 20, 20 bid, 22 now then, 22 bid.
Glass half full.
At 22 bid, 5 now to see at 22 bid a bid. We go then at 22, last call at 22.
Oh well. Easy come, easy go.
Some dapper diner has done very well there.
You should have just bought it for yourself.
Well, I could have, but I've got a couple anyway.
That doesn't surprise me somehow. Now, fancy a box for your bonnet? Rue's pair are going under the hammer now.
Great looking things, these.
Are they easy to pop in the post?
10 bid a bid, 10.
That's okay.
15, 18, 20, 2, 25 bid, 28 now.
Come on, internet.
If you want to get ahead, get a Christie's hat box, 28, 28, 30. £30 bid goes this time then at £30, sold.
£30. 15 quid each.
Never mind, Rue. You know what they say about people with big hat boxes? Big heads.
I can put all my profits in there. Oh, look, they're empty. Oh, but I still love them. I still love them.
Mark's final lot now, his amber-coloured glass with more spidery patterns. Can it repeat Rue's earlier success?
The bid's on the web at 15 bid.
Whoa.
It's going to go.
18 bid, 18, 20, 20 per bid, 20. Looking for 2 now then.
Galloping forward, galloping forward.
22 bid, 25 now.
Another 5 and then a bush.
28 bid, 30, 30 bid, 32 bid, 35 bid, 38 bid, 40.
Good.
42.
Excellent.
At 42 bid, last call for everybody then. Hammers up, then we go at £42 and...
Excellent.
A happy end for Mr. Hill's final sale.
It showed me a profit and I'm perfectly happy
That
with
is good. Well done.
Last lot for Rue now, her weighty ruby glass vase.
Now this is a really nice looker.
Thank you. I love this. It's almost like someone's blown into the vase and that ruby glass is just like...
What's that?
10 per bid, 10, 12, 12 to 12, 15, 15, 18, 18, 20.
With this, bang, 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 bang.
28, 30, 30 per bid now, 30 bid, £30 and 2.
Yes.
35 bid, more bids online, 38 online, 40, 40 per bid.
Come on.
40 bid, 42, 55, 60
Well into profit now, look,
65,
and still
65,
rising.
70 now, 100 bid, 10 now then.
This is fantastic.
115 bid, 120 now, 120, 125 is bid.
Oh!
130 bid, is there another bid coming in? You've still got a chance. Going then at £130, we are done and finished.
Well done.
Goodness.
Bravo! All those bubble-blowing faces have paid off.
Are we done then?
We are done. Regardless,
Bravo.
well done to us both.
Absolutely
Because
right.
we still bought things we love and nothing changes that.
You are absolutely right.
Come on then,
Come on.
long legs.
Long legs, deep pockets. A quick tot-up reveals that after sale room costs, Mark's losses come to £41.99. While Rue is revelling in her success. After auction costs, her losses are a modest £8.30, making her today's winner. With 3 rounds of this best of 5 now in the bag, Rue is galloping away to the stars. However, it's still a matter of pride for Mark with 2 auctions left to fight for.
Well, we are full steam ahead, aren't we?
Oh, my God.
I would join you down there, but you know, coat and all.
Well, you're up there and I'm down here in Lost Land. I shall pick myself up and dust myself off 3 down. Well done. I've got a hard act to follow, let alone beat.
Next time, the competition heats up.
I'm boiling the bag Mark here.
Rue proves her mettle,
Let's see the weight of this.
while Mark has a soft touch.
My little heartstring has pinged.
As they bounce their way around Northumberland.
Boing, boing, boing.